Hello everyone. We are going to discuss the suitable areas for date palm cultivation in India in 2050, 2070 and 2100. Producers, leading producers of date fruits in the world are mainly Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Algeria and few countries in the Near East and North African locations listed in this slide. However, India remains the largest importer, consuming 38% of the global import market, nearly 5 lakh tons worth 2000 crores. Coming to the suitability parameters for date palm cultivation, soil pH is crucial, especially when the pH goes above 9.1, nutrient availability is restricted. EC is also important when the electrical conductivity goes up to 34, germination hampers, and every unit of EC increase there is a 3.6% yield penalty, and soil texture is a crucial factor where clay and hard soils near the root zone are not favorable because the date palm roots are mainly in 2-meter depth and 2.5 meter from the stem. Temperature is another crucial parameter. Although it can survive from -5 to 50 degrees C, but the growth stops below 9 to 10 degree, although it can survive a short frost when it is from -3 to -5 degree with a foliage damage only. However, for the flower induction it needs above 18 degrees C, and above 25 degrees C is required for fruit development, and heat units of 4000 to 4500 degrees are required. It also requires low RH for fruit formation, and for yield it requires irrigation or soil moisture up to 7300 to 55,000 meter cube per hectare per year. Coming to the climate resilient date production, there are 4 limiting factors: extremes of temperature, especially cold or heat, or extremes of soil moisture, especially wet or dry, can reduce the date palm production. So there can be two approaches for solving this issue. Either date palm cultivation can be shifted to a new location where climatically and soil wise it is suitable, or you can develop stress tolerant varieties followed by suitable agronomic practices to manage the date palm cultivation. Coming to the suitable areas in future scenario across the globe, Shabani and co-workers found Northern Africa many areas will become unsuitable by 2100. However, parts of Bolivia and Venezuela will become climatically more suitable in 2100. By 2070, Saudi Arabia, Iraq and Western Iran are projected to have a reduction in suitable area, especially due to cold. And coming to the Middle East, 1/3 of the currently suitable area in Iran is projected to become suitable by 2100. However, Saudi Arabia is going to lose 60% of the currently suitable area by 2100. By 2050, Israel, Jordan and Western area will become climatically more suitable for date palm cultivation. Coming to the Spain, by 2100, suitable area is likely to shift towards northern regions, especially due to cold stress. In case of Algeria, from 1984 to 2021, date palm cultivation has increased in areas like Biskra up to 17,000 hectares due to suitable climate, especially hot climate in arid region. However, in regions like Kenchala, there is a decrease of 488 hectare area under date palm because the area is in high altitude and terrain slopes. Coming to the case of Pakistan, nearly 1/3 of the suitable locations for date palm cultivation will become unsuitable by the end of the century, and there is a northward shift in the production areas is predicted. We have used 85% only database with data points with geocoordinates from GBIF, that is Global Biodiversity Informatics Facility, and we have obtained soil organic carbon content, pH, total nitrogen, bulk density and clay content from soil grids database, 19 bioclimatic variables and elevation from World Clim 2.1 database. Coming to the methodology, we followed Maxent modeling, especially CEM-IP6 model, and we have used variance inflation factor to reduce the collinearity, and we have removed 22 variables and only 13 variables were selected for the study. We have used two models of shared socio-economic pathways, SSP 244 and SSP 585. This map shows the 85 data points used in our study, and 4 important variables were found which determine the suitability of the date palm cultivation. 3 soil parameters: bulk density, nitrogen content and organic carbon content at 30 to 60 centimeter depth, and precipitation during the driest quarter. And our model had a AUC value of 0.82 and TSS value of 0.55. This map shows the currently suitable locations for date palm cultivation in India. These 3 maps show suitable locations for date palm cultivation in India in 2050, 2070 and 2100. You will find most parts of Rajasthan and some parts of coastal Gujarat and some parts of Bundelkhand region, few pockets in coastal Odisha and 3 districts of Tamil Nadu remain suitable in 2050. However, in 2070, most parts of the Bundelkhand region become unsuitable and the remaining regions remain suitable. However, in 2100, most parts of Rajasthan become suitable. There is a eastward shift in the suitability area, and the 3 districts of Tamil Nadu remain suitable in 2100 also. However, in coastal Odisha, some parts have increased in suitability. This table projects the suitable districts and suitable states for date palm cultivation in India, especially Rajasthan, Jaisalmer, Barmer, Bikaner, Jodhpur, Jalore and Pali. Gujarat mainly, Kutch, most parts of the Jamnagar, Devbhoomi, Dwarka and Rajkot districts. Few pockets in Madhya Pradesh, few pockets in Bundelkhand region of Uttar Pradesh, few pockets in Bihar, especially southwestern Bihar, 3 districts of Tamil Nadu, Thoothukudi, Tirunelveli and Ramanathapuram, and few pockets in Aurangabad, Jalna and Buldana, and parts in coastal Odisha and coastal Andhra Pradesh. Here we present the shift in suitability area in 2100 compared to 2050 and 2070. Coming to the takeaway messages from this study, currently India imports huge quantity of date fruits, but across the globe there is projected to be a major shifts in suitable areas for date palm cultivation due to climate change. Because the conventional areas, most of the areas become unsuitable, some of the areas, new areas become suitable for cultivation. Mainly 4 atmospheric factors like wet, dry, cold, heat stressors, and soil parameters, especially texture and alkalinity, determine the suitability. In our study, in India, suitability is mainly decided by 4 parameters: 3 soil parameters, bulk density, nitrogen content and organic carbon content, precipitation during the driest quarter. In our study, we found major parts of Rajasthan, few districts of Gujarat continue to We acknowledge the funding support from ANRF through MATRICS grant and data availability through GBIF, World Climate and Soil Grids.